Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live session. So, guys, there have been this news that Nigerians are worried about. You can see that the Tinubu's government is not even worried about the plight of Nigerians. I mean, they don't care about what people are going through. So, this news, Sahara reporters broke it that the Tinubu's government is busy distributing Hummer buses while we have so many people in captivity. Like people always say that Tinubu is just interested in the election, not even in what Nigerians are going through. I mean, this regime has shown that they don't care. They don't care. Now, I'm going to play the video for you just for you to see this for yourself.
Wasu sun sau mota kanta. Asuwa tutayin mata. Ka biyo su jirgi mai mota. Asuwa tutayin mata. Da fito na farai baya tabta. Asuwa tutayin mata. Da gaba cancanta. Asuwa tutayin mata. Ke kadai tayar mota. Asuwa.
So, guys, the video you've just watched now tells you how insensitive the Tinubu's government is. These people, they don't care. It's not about any other person. It's just about them. Can you imagine that Tinubu sharing this kind of, this how Sahara reporters reported it on the Twitter space. It says, watch, Tinubu distributes new Hilux, Hummer bus to states for 2027 campaign amid soaring insecurity. So, guys, we don't enter one chance in this country. There's no two ways about it. We don't enter one chance in Nigeria. Can you see what is happening, Nigerians? Can you see the level of the insensitivity of the government of the day in Nigeria? Look at it. Tinubu distributes, recently, they've been looking for trillions of naira in the NNPC. They can't account for this money. Trillions, I think about 17 trillion is missing. Is the one they told us. I mean, that's the reports they gave us that they are looking for 17 trillion. The ones they didn't show us, oh, sorry, it's like you were not even seeing what I was displaying. I was actually trying to share with you. I don't know if you can see the video. Okay, the video of Tinubu from Sahara reporters. You can see the level of insensitivity of this government. They don't care about Nigerians. It's all about them. It's not about the people. Look at, in the midst of insecurity, with all what is happening, Tinubu's government is busy sharing this. Nigerians, can you believe it? Can you believe what your eyes are seeing? That's just the question. Can you imagine that this can be happening in this country at a time like this when people are still panicking? Every day there's either kidnap on the road or one horrible thing or the other will be happening in one part of Nigeria or the other. But guess what? Our leaders are busy enjoying themselves with taxpayers' money. So, guys, a whole lot is happening in this country. A whole lot is happening. The Tinubu's government has refused to show leadership in this country. They don't care. It's just about them. It's not about the people. They don't care about what they are doing. And I just hope that with the outrage by Nigerians on the social media, that this Tinubu's government will want to think twice. So, guys, I'm going to share with you. There's this horrifying story of, if you can remember recently, there was this incident that happened that 6 personnel from the military were abducted. I don't know if you've been following that story. So one of them, the husband has come to, lambast, not really lambast, the husband has come out to share his ordeal. Since the wife was kidnapped, he has not heard anything from the Nigerian government or even from nobody has spoken to him, and you know what that means. So he came out to channels television. If you can remember this news, this happened some weeks ago. He says gunmen abduct 6 defense ministry directors traveling for promotion exam. So they were abducted, and according to him, he said later they heard some of them were released, but some of them weren't released. And for him, since they abducted his wife, he did not hear from the Nigerian government. He did not hear from the military. He didn't hear from anybody, Nigerians. Do we even have human beings as leaders in this country? That your wife got kidnapped. Nobody contacted you. He said he waited. He was the one that beat his wife farewell from the park. He escorted the wife to the park, and then the wife left. And when he couldn't hear again from the wife, he waited, he couldn't hear. He went to the park, to the motor park. In short, let me allow you to take a look at the story for yourself. Just listen.
To repeat in the mouth at all. That's the story this morning of Mr. Walter Emeribe, who is the husband of one of the kidnapped victims of the abduction of 6 defense ministry directors, where we understand that the abductors are demanding a ransom of 150 million naira. Mr. Emeribe is here with me. Good morning, and thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for having me.
What exactly happened and what brought you here?
So actually, it was a case of abduction, which involved my wife, Mrs. Chinwe Adeline Emeribe, and some of our colleagues who are staff of Ministry of Defense going to Abuja for promotional exam to the Directorate cadre. So they boarded the vehicle owned by Andy's transport company at First Gate in First Stack here in Lagos on the 9th of November, which was Sunday. So they left the transport company's park or terminal at about 7:46 in the morning to Abuja. So the bus, it was a 14-seater bus they boarded. So getting to Kaba, like we heard in the news, getting to Kaba, Lokoja Highway, they were abducted. And since then, I've not heard anything from my wife. Her voice, I've not seen her, and nobody called me.
November 9, is that, you say November 9?
Yes, November 9.
Today is December 3, that's almost a month ago.
Yeah, almost a month, sir, you are right.
How did you know it happened at Kaba?
So like I said, my wife left, I took her to the park.
Okay.
That's a fateful day. So I was there until the bus departed for Abuja before I now went home. So when it was around 1:30 p.m., I called to know how the journey was progressing. When I called, she responded and told me that they were at Akure. So in my conversation with her, I told her that if you are at Akure by 1:30, the journey has not started, because the journey from Lagos to Abuja is far away, it's a distance. So for you to be at Akure, the journey has not started. Now whatever happens, take good care of yourself. God will be with you in the journey. And I inquired if the vehicle had any problem on the way, whether kind of fault or so. Did it develop any fault or so? He said, no, the vehicle was moving well. I said, okay. So, well,
so,
should,
so was it the transport company or who told you that the abduction
happened?
That's
where I'm coming to now. Okay. So when I called around 1:30, after that discussion, then around 4 p.m., I called again. I could not hear anything from her. All her lines, her Airtel line and MTN, mostly the Airtel was ringing. Each time I called, it would ring, but no response. The MTN, all I'll be hearing is not reachable. So I continued up to midnight. From midnight again, I continued calling at intervals up to 5 a.m. I did not sleep. So getting to 6 in the a.m. on Monday. So I called, I didn't hear anything. So I became somehow afraid. I became jittery. So at a point that Monday morning, I think that should be going to 7 in the morning, I went to the company's office to ask them what actually happened, because my wife that went to Abuja through their boss the previous day, I did not hear from her. I called all through the night till daybreak. I didn't hear from her. So that's why I came to know from you people what happened. I hope all was well. So what I heard from one of the ticket clerks there was that their vehicle was kidnapped, that they were kidnapped at Kaba in Kogi State. So that's how I came to know about that.
Have you heard anything from the Ministry of Defense to whom they were going? Are they aware of this abduction?
So, guys, in case you are just joining us, this is the story of the 6 Defense Ministry personnel that were kidnapped not quite long. Like you can see this headline here, it says gunmen abduct 6 Defense Ministry directors traveling for promotion exam. This thing happened close to a month now. And this is the husband to one of the women, that were kidnapped. And she said since that incident happened, nobody has contacted her. The military didn't contact her. The government didn't contact her. Nobody spoke to her. She has equally not heard from her wife, from his wife, if the wife is alive or dead. He doesn't know. So he came to Channels TV, demanding that the military at least tells him where his wife is, even if she's dead. They are supposed to. So, guys, this is one of the reasons why people feel joining the military or joining some of these, armed forces. I don't really know if he wants it. Can you imagine that your officers were kidnapped? That didn't even make headline. If you can remember, you could only see this news on the social media. I mean, the media houses I don't think I saw it on any of the media houses that 6 personnel from the military were missing. No, we didn't see anything like that. Not until now that this man has waited for his wife, come back or return. He has not heard from the wife. The government did not even contacted him. That's why he's on Channels too. At least make it open, public, for people to know that he has still not heard from his wife. Even if the wife is killed, he said he wants to know if the wife is dead or alive. At least they should inform him, and that's the story he's telling here.
Actually, nobody from Ministry of Defense has contacted me. Nobody told me anything. Rather, what I did was, after hearing from the transport company, so I now called the primary place of her work assignment, which is a Command Day Secondary School, Ojo, in Ojo Military Cantonment. So I called the school to find out from them if they are aware that their staff who they sent on official assignment were kidnapped at Kogi State. So they said yes, that they have been told, and that their commandant is running around, that he's on it. So that was all I heard from the defense. So since then, nothing again. Up until 3 or 4 days ago, 3 days ago, I went to defense office in Moloni, around behind the race course or TBS, Tafawa Balewa Square. So I went there to find out from them what they are doing since November 9th that this incident took place. So when I got there, I was told that I have to go to Yaba, Amdst Barrack, because their unit is under Nigerian Army Education Corps. So that I have to go to Yaba, Amdst Barrack. That is where my complaint has to be channeled. So that I did by going to Amdst Barrack to complain. So when I got there, the commander who was in charge was not on seat. Rather, his deputy was the one that attended to me and the other victim's family. So we are told that they have been on it, and that they
So what are the hopes, what are the things that they have told you about whether or not they have been released, or they will be released?
No, what they told me when I got there was that they have been on it, and the letter had that they have been released. So I told them that, yes, we had they've been released. That was why.
How did you hear that they will be released?
Yeah, I had it in news. About 2 television stations mentioned it, that they have been released, the 6 directors of Ministry of Defense who were on their way to Abuja for a promotion exam, but we have abducted, have been released, and reunited with their families. So when I heard this, I was not happy. I felt bad. I said, oh, why would this news come from the Association of Senior Civil Servants of Ministry of Defense? And this statement was made by their president, by name, Mr. Mohammed Shehu.
Okay. So
I was not happy with that. I said, if they have released the 6 women, where is my wife? And where is the other woman, Mrs. Juliana Onwuzurike?
Well, the news we also heard is that some of them have been released, but it just so happens that maybe your wife was not among.
Yeah, but the initial news I had was that 6 of them have been released. And that was what prompted my going all around to ask them, if they have released the 6, where is my wife? And the other family too. We've been working hand in hand. So they've been going wherever we go to ask, they are there too. It's unfortunate the man is not here today because he's not feeling fine. Otherwise, he's supposed to have come. So we've been going around asking them, where is our wives? So at the end, we were told that 4 people were released. And these 4 people are nowhere to be seen to tell us exactly what happened. While the 2 women, our wives, were not part of those who were released.
I think my colleague in Abuja, Maokwe, would like to ask you 1 or 2 questions as well. Go ahead, Maokwe.
Staff of the ministry where your wife worked as to what exactly had become of her, and to be offered support and help, not the other way around. But clearly, that hasn't happened, and you are the one who is having to prod for information. From what you have said now, the fact that, I cannot call it a fact, or the idea that, you know, people were released, some women were released. Have you been able to confirm through any means whatsoever that these 4 women were actually released? Has any family been able to confirm that indeed their wives or their mothers were released to them?
Yes, the 4 women as alleged that they have been released. Actually, they've been released because I have called one family, Mrs. Helen Ezako's husband. When I heard that they've been released, I called him rather, to find out if his wife is back, because he was with us all the time. We have been running around trying to see what to do. Even when the company invited us to come, that there's need for us to pay ransom. So all of us were together running around. I called him to ask to find out. He said yes, he heard that his wife had been released, but he had not seen him. He has not seen his wife, but all he knows is that she has been released. But along the way, when she was coming, that the brothers came and took her to the hospital. Then the other person amongst them, Mrs. Essien too, the brother confirmed to us that she had returned. Likewise, one other person too, Mrs. Ngozi Ibeziako, the relatives too said she has been released, that she's back, but in the hospital. Then the driver who went to rescue them, or who went to bring them after they were released from the company, the Andy-Lee's transport company, who met him the day they said they have been released. When he came back to their park, we met him and asked. He said he dropped another one, Mrs. Ladoye, at Ebado. So based on this, we have concluded that the 4 of them have been released.
What exactly is your plea now? Because I can only imagine where you are mentally. And I know that what you're also seeking is clarity. What exactly has transpired? What was the circumstance under which the other women were taken away? Under what circumstance, were they released? What is the fate of your wife? Who precisely are you directing your plea to, and what precisely are you asking of them?
Thank you very much. What I am actually requesting now is that Ministry of Defense should tell me where my wife is. They should, because she was sent on official assignment, and up to now, they have not come out to tell me where my wife is after the abduction, and these 4 have been released. So I want them to tell me, where is my wife? Whether she's dead or alive, they should come out and tell me. Otherwise, I don't know what else to do. So if it requires they are going to Kogi State to search for my wife, whether she is dead, like I said, or alive, they should do that. I've not seen them taking any proactive measure. So all I want from them is let them come out and see a way of bringing out my wife, wherever she is, together with Mrs. Juliana Onwuzurike, the 2 of them who are nowhere to be seen. And at the same time, they should reach out to this transport company that took these women to Abuja. With this transport company, they are hiding. They don't want to come out to tell us exactly what happened, because there's need for them to tell us so that we know our stand. The police, on the other hand, is trying to shield them. The company, this Andy-Lee's company, the director, most of the times when we call, he does not pick our calls. Sometimes you make attempt to reach him in the office, he will be nowhere to be seen.
It's very, very important for all of these agencies, all these interested parties to speak to this issue. Otherwise, the allegations and the uncertainties will just continue to increase. It's the Federal Ministry of Defense, and now that we have a new Minister of Defense incoming, let's hope that something drastic and
So guys,
quickly
you
will
have
be
heard
done
it
to
from
resolve.
him. I'm going to end it there. You have heard what he said. This is what it means to serve the Nigerian state. They don't take care of the people who are under them, honestly. That's just one of the biggest challenge. So let me share. There is even this breaking news on the Twitter handle, that another priest has been kidnapped. Ask me where in the north. I don't even know what's happening in this country these days, honestly. I don't know what is happening in Nigeria. How did we get here, Nigerians? What is actually happening in this country? See this Reverend Father. This is today's news. This Reverend Father has been kidnapped. Another Catholic priest abducted. Reverend Father Emmanuel Ezema of the Catholic Diocese of Zaria, Nigeria, was abducted yesterday night in the parish rectory of St. Peter's Catholic Church, Rumi. In your charity, kindly pray for his safe and speedy release. I don't know. I don't even know how Nigeria now, these things are now normalized. I mean, this kind of news is now like the norm. It's not like, you know, it's no longer something somebody will hear and you panic. It has been normalized. Reverend fathers, recently we saw Reverend Archie, how he was spied, you know, the Reverend evangelist from, I think, Anglican Church. He was spied, and now again, another reverend is being kidnapped. So, guys, I don't know how Nigeria is going to come out from this mess. I don't even know who did this to us, because the way things are happening in this country, you just keep wondering, how can we get out of this mess? Honestly, it's becoming very, very unbearable for Nigerians to tolerate what is happening under the Tinubu's government. And now you saw Tinubu sharing buses. All what Nigerians are going through is none of their business. It does not concern them what ordinary people are going through. The Tinubu's government is sharing buses, or Hummer Jeep, a Hilux Jeep, or whatever they call them, while insecurity is at its worst in the country. Can you imagine that? That's what we are saying. Insecurity is worst under the Tinubu's leadership. And for them, it doesn't matter what the people are saying. So, guys, I don't know how we are going to come out from this mess, but it's really, really so heart touching. So you can imagine what the family of this Reverend Father will be going through now. Like you can see, you know, you can imagine what this Reverend Father, the family, will be going through. That hearing that their son, with almost all the Reverend Fathers kidnapped in the north, none of them come out alive. I don't know if there's anyone I know that they kidnapped and later released. They must make sure they just end that one. I don't know why. And with this kind of information now, if we are set to be living in a sane environment, with this information now, the military, the police, every authority responsible would have sworn into action to see if they can at least rescue him before they start telling stories. But you see, now that it's on the social media, maybe they will not even, it will even make sense for them to say, okay, let's go and look for him. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And they keep telling us that the military and the DSS know where the terrorists are. They call them and ask them to release the children, and they release them, the Kwara Church victims. Now, this one is happening now. Nobody cares. This is another sad news that happened today on the social media. You can imagine what this Reverend Father will be going through. So, guys, Reverend Fathers, will I say, you don't have much of them again. It's not like before when many people are really going, many people don't even like take it again like something they want to do. And now they feel that we have. See what these terrorists are doing to them. Do you know how many reverend fathers, their lives have been ended? Now, this is a breaking news for today. I just hope that the necessary authorities will do the needful and save his life on time, because I don't know why is it that anytime they kidnap from church, nobody cares, especially in the north. They hardly be anytime somebody was kidnapped, and then you hear that the government went and set them free, especially all these church victims. It's only the one of Owo, not Owo, sorry, Kwara that I meant, because Trump is on Nigeria now. That's why the federal government quickly had to make attempt to see that they release them. Don't forget that the children that were kidnapped from KB school, from the Catholic school in KB State, 315 students, they said about 11 or so have returned. The remaining ones, children, teachers, about 12 teachers are involved. The remaining of them, they are nowhere to be found. And the report has it that that day when the kidnap took place, there was a helicopter hovering, but because people were scared to even come out, if it was helicopter that they used to lift to the children, or they used it to lift to themselves, so nobody knows where these children. Can you imagine? Nigeria does not have the intelligence. Hey, this country, we don't have the intelligence to know where those children are. We don't know where the children are. We don't know what is happening to them. Some of them are nursery school children. Some of them are nursery 1. Do you know what it means? To be in nursery 1, nursery 2, nursery 3. That's to tell you how tender some of them are. Nursery school. Till today, nobody knows for how many days now that they've been taken. Only for the NSA, Ribadu, to come out yesterday and was telling the parents, because the parents were protesting. They were lamenting and crying. And he was telling them that their children are safe wherever they are, that they will soon return. And Nigerians were lambasting him, that it's like he knows where the terrorists are keeping those children. So guys, this country is not even encouraging the Nigerian youth. Now, this is another but applaudable event that happened in Sokoto. The English Alhaji has revealed how armed youth of the Kwagaba community in Wono local government, Sokoto State, bravely confronted bandits and immediately alerted Nigerian soldiers when the attackers arrived. During the confrontation, 3 bandits were bite, and 2 others were captured alive. I think this was really a very big success, if they were captured alive. But it's not as if this is the first time they are being captured alive. In Nigeria, when those bandits, will I call them bandits? They are terrorists. When they are caught, order from above will ask for them to be released. That's why they don't get prosecuted. That's why they don't get jailed. And that's why the evil continues, because there is no deterrent. Nobody is used as a deterrent for others to be scared and stop perpetrating evil. But because they are being pampered, we heard that there are big wings, big authorities that are behind them. That is why you cannot talk to them. You see, even a whole Tinubu, that people will say, oh, Tinubu is a tough politician. See, now Tinubu entered Aso Rock, it became ice water. Even in the midst of this terrorism, he cannot wield a very strong political will and power to show that he really wants to end insecurity. He doesn't know what to do. He has elected the new Minister for Defense, Christopher Musa, and people are saying Christopher Musa is not the one that is going to solve the problem. If the president is not having political will to stop insecurity, you don't expect Christopher Musa to be the one to go and end terrorists. After all, Christopher Musa was the chief of defense staff. Under him, we saw Yelewata massacre. Under him, we saw all what happened to Benue. We saw what happened in Plateau State. We saw the worst under the same Christopher Musa. Under him as a CDS, we saw the worst in Plateau State and Benue State. So it's not a matter of bringing Christopher Musa. Yes, he might have some real military experience. But if the president is refusing to show political will I'm just wondering, what did they give to Tinubu that he cannot even know that as a southern leader, this is opportunity for him to correct some of the wrongs that the North is imposing on Nigerians, the Sharia law and the rest of them. You must have heard that the US has ordered Nigeria to end Sharia law. Let's see if Tinubu will have the political will to go ahead to implement that, honestly. This is exactly what Nigerians want to see, not the one that every time they will come and buy people and run away. There will be no arrest, nobody will confront them. Sometimes the military will be accused of asking the locals to drop their arms, to surrender their arms. And when they surrender, these Fulanis will invade. That is what people have been saying, and that's why people believe that there's collusion between the military and, the rest of them. Now, you must have heard that the US is demanding that Sharia law be disbanded in Nigeria. Breaking: US urge to pressure Nigeria. US Congress, urged to pressure Nigerian government to declare Sharia law unconstitutional and disband Hijba Commission. So this is what the US wants. It's one of their demand now, which many of us from the South have welcomed. But guess what? Many of the Northerners are still in support of it. Like you can see here, this person here said, Sharia law remains our preferred law. And we are not inviting anyone to it. As long as we have the choice, it's always our first option. We will not accept any declaration from any useless Congress on what is our own right today, tomorrow, forever. So guys, this person is even a doctor, Dr. Hidima. This is the problem that we are having in Nigeria now. You know that Sharia law is a very tough law. That is even what is making these people to be more radicalized easily. And US is saying anywhere there is Sharia law, you don't expect the people to follow the real law. Like Nigerian constitution is like second to them. I don't even know how we got to this point. The Nigerian law, the constitution of Nigeria is second to Sharia law. And honestly, that is why things are not going to be getting better anytime soon. If this Sharia law is still going to be in place, then don't even expect anything. Then US also said disarm the militias, bring them to justice. US lawmakers warn Nigerian government, condemn slow action. The US is saying Tinubu is too slow. Since this genocide of a thing is getting to maybe close to a month now, the Tinubu's government, you can't even hear that this is what they are doing. The only thing we heard him do, he changed service chief. He now has a new Minister of Defense. Is that what we want? Go on the road of Kogi, Kwara, even Enugu in the east. These Fulanis are everywhere, kidnapping. People can't travel. There's this video I saw this morning. The road was blocked. They said terrorists were kidnapping people in front. The road, come and see people. The whole road. You can imagine this December is going to really be somehow. I just pray. And you have heard the story of the man who is still looking for his wife. He escorted his wife to the park, going to Abuja. Till today, he has not heard from her. They said they kidnapped them. Oh yeah, now where if she's dead, let her know. Let him know, but no information. So the US is saying Tinubu should be acting fast, that Tinubu's government is slow. You may have also heard that the northern elders or northern governors, they said they want to fight insecurity, but people are lambasting them that they are the real cause of the insecurity that is bedeviling Nigeria, because they condoned it when it started, when it was just mere insecurity. And now they are now saying they want it to end. So a whole lot has been happening. So this is just like an argument on what the Quran says that is making all these terrorists to be doing what they are doing. But I tell you that all is not well in Nigeria. I must be sincere with you. All is not well. I just hope that we have a country we can really call our own today, because these terrorists, they are really out there. They are taking over places. They don't even care because for them, they believe that the government is there to back them. Don't forget that some of these leaders have been accused of being the ones sponsoring these terrorists. And that is why the thing has outgrown their ability to control now. And now you see the northern leaders coming out to say that they are going to be they are going to be contributing 1 billion every month to fight insecurity. One human rights lawyer has really lambasted them, saying it's not going to work. It's not going to work because they are not tackling it from the root. Even if they contribute 1 billion naira, that is not going to help until they start tackling insecurity from the root. Out of school children are there, and all kinds of things that is making the north to promote insecurity. There are a lot of things that is really going wrong in the northern part of Nigeria. And until they address all those challenges, that nothing new is going to happen. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to end this live here. I just wanted to share this Tinubu's sharing of buses, because it's really heartbreaking. When I saw the news, I was like, Tinubu sharing buses amidst insecurity and amidst poverty that Nigerians are going through. This government say they are sharing buses to people for campaign, sharing it to states for campaign 2027. Where is Tinubu getting all this money? NNPC is looking for trillions of naira under the Tinubu's government. This thing happened, this one that Tinubu came into power. Trillions of naira missing. And now Tinubu is launching buses to start sending to state ahead of 2027 election. In the midst of insecurity, he can't secure Nigeria. He wants to go and campaign. They are not depending on Nigerian people to vote. They know that INEC is going to rig it for them. That is why they don't even care about their actions. If election was to be working the way it's supposed, people will be mindful of their actions. People will be mindful of their behaviors. But you can see that in Nigeria, they don't care. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on all this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.